Hello, everybody. So today, Ian and I are going to be discussing what is basically promised to you guys for the new year. This is Ian, my editor, the video editor to be specific, not the writing editor. He has a wonderful channel over at Geek's Welcome, which I have worked with before, as well as a wonderful Let's Play channel that he is. What are you cracking on right now?
Currently, I'm doing the Zelda series. I'm getting through Ocarina of Time. And then also our other episodes for our Final Fantasy Tactics series goes up over there as well. Every alternate episode goes between Fee's channel and our channel. But yeah, I'm planning on getting through the entire Zelda series over on Geek's Welcome Games, and I will then put them into a order of the timeline. And yeah, that's fun.
What we're going to be doing for next year. You guys are getting your final. I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy VI. Obviously, actually, I'm recording it right after I'm done here with Ian. And then we're going to be doing finishing Mass Effect, and then we're going to be doing Final Fantasy IX and Chrono Trigger. But the series of games I'm about to tell you about, and Ian's going to gush at me because I picked a couple of his favorites. The idea is that I'm going to play each of these games over the course of a month, 4 or 5 episodes total, the entire game. These are all games I have never played before, never engaged with before, and mostly, save for two of them, never finished. Ian, so the idea is to do 12 for 12 challenge. You play 12 games in 12 months, recommended by 12 friends. I'm gonna hate my life, aren't I?
I mean, a few of these are going to be very interesting.
Well, since you're so excited about the first one, go ahead,
Ladies and
wreck me.
ladies and gentlemen, the first recommendation is from Psalm Heart, and it's Kingdom Hearts.
I have never played a single Kingdom Hearts game in all of my life. All
So,
I know is that Donald Duck is the greatest mage of all time.
worst.
What?
Donald Duck is the worst mage of all time. He uses the healing items, all of them, all at once. If you so much as like glance at a spiky thing, he just like he will his heals. He's terrible at healing. Never ever put Donald Duck in charge of healing.
I'm scared now.
But yeah, Kingdom Hearts. Okay, so I'm like I know a lot about the games. I haven't played all of them, but it's not like a lot of people like to say that Kingdom Hearts is insane and doesn't quite make sense. They're really not that difficult to comprehend. Like, it's a fairly straightforward RPG. There's a lot of stuff going on, but ultimately it's just like your heart is like your soul. If you lose your soul, you get turned into like two of these monster, like you basically turn into a monster, but you can be returned if like good things happen. It's like a lot of it really just boils down to like love, and like love is the greatest magic, that sort of thing. That's ultimately what it just boils down to, and a lot of it is just sort of like just go with it. It's not that difficult to understand, and the first game especially is pretty straightforward for the most part. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is really fun. And also, if you like Final Fantasy, there will be a lot of Final Fantasy references in it.
So the next one, and this one was suggested by 27 people, which it was like one person suggested that everyone was like, yes, you need to do that. Da, da, da. I have a special surprise for this one as well. I will be playing Project Wingman. There's a catch. I will be playing Project Wingman with Nathan Sahura, also known as Red Oni, and for the game purposes, who voices the character Stardust. So I'll actually be playing Project Wingman with one of the lead voice actors as my co-pilot. I have not played a flight sim game since Ace Combat 2.
The only
And I
flight
didn't even play I didn't even play Ace Combat 2. I played a demo disc from Game Informer.
I will say the only flight simulator, and three people will understand what this game is. The only flight simulator I've ever played is a game called Stunt Island, which was a Disney interactive game from like 1991, and it's very very old. Imagine a fully 3D game in 1991. Yeah,
Okay then.
it yeah.
I was not expecting that.
But yeah, no, Project Wingman, I don't know anything about it.
Okay, to anyone curious why my beak was moving that way, it's because right now I'm technically recording on my laptop and the internal built-in video chip on the motherboard is fragged. So the only option for me to use for video is the GPU, which is a 4090, which means my laptop sounds like a jet engine. You know, we're playing a jet game, may as well have a jet engine. I'm kidding. No, I'm at my wife's for Christmas still. Um, the next game on the list, and I'll let Ian introduce April's game, but for March, at the repeated request of one Adagio Rose, I will actually be playing Hollow Knight Silk Song.
But have you played the
I
original
need an
Hollow Knight?
adult. No!
You're going
The
to be
last
lost.
Metroidvania game I played was Metroid Dread. I have watched the playthrough of the original Hollow Knight, and several of my friends play Hollow Knight enough that I've osmosis a bunch of the ideas and story. So I'll be playing Silk Song. Finally. You got your wish, Adagio. Ian, introduce April.
So I actually don't really know much about this game, but this will be from, oh god, I'm going to completely butcher this name. Neria?
Neirui.
Neirui, okay.
Neirui.
Neirui has recommended Dust in Elysian Tale. So the image that Fee sent me was this, but then I looked it up and I'm like, that's actually just like, that's a independent artist made that image. The actual image from the game is this.
So an independent artist made something nice and cheery, and the actual cover art is espresso depresso.
Much drearier, yes.
So for those who are curious, the description of an Elysian Tale is 2D side scroller mixed with furry RPG.
So Metroidvania.
Apparently. Two Metroidvanias back to back. So, little palate cleanser for all of you. May is my birthday month, so I thought, you know what? I will pick the game for May, and I will pick a game that hardly anyone has played because of how much it costs to acquire a copy, and I will have to emulate it because I cannot go back to Alabama to get my copy because I own a copy of all of the games of this series, including the last one, and I think the last one was actually good, even though it came out on the Xbox 360, which made no sense. Hey Sega, why did you release this on 360 instead of on the PlayStation, where the audience from your Sega Saturn had migrated to? I'll be playing Panzer Dragoon Saga, the $10,000 game. And for those of you who think I'm kidding, currently in the UK, Panzer Dragoon Saga on eBay retails for between 2,500 and $4,000 in British pounds. So I'll be playing it, and I own a copy, and I have pictures of my copies, which means that if a lawyer comes up and goes, "You're not allowed to play this," yeah, I am. Fight me.
How is it $10,000? I don't understand that.
So the English version of Panzer Dragoon Saga, which Panzer Dragoon Saga is a RPG with turn-based, mechanics and choices and everything. First off, finding a complete set is a pain in the ass because the original Panzer Dragoon Saga was not released as a complete set. It was released as 4 separate game packs, all of which were strangely made in different quantities. Second, so you can find it in as 4 different games, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can also find it as 2 packs, and then you can find the collector's edition. The second thing is finding an intact copy in English that has everything that's supposed to go with it, nearly impossible because it has multiple manuals. It has it has a few things that you would expect from a collector's edition, like a map of the world and a few other things. And also the disc art is not the same from disc set to disc set. It is an incredibly rare game to acquire. Here, Ian, here is currently the top result on eBay for this game if you wanted it with everything intact.
Okay, future Ian, put it up. How bad is it? I'm taking a look right now. Yep, that's 2,500 pounds.
And that's not even a sealed copy. That's just a copy that has everything intact. Have fun.
Well, that's insane.
But yeah, that's what I picked. Arbor has chosen Warhammer 40,000 Space Hulk Deathwing, which I did play, but I never completed. Because to complete it, you really kind of need two other people, and I just never had two other people. I have volunteers who have stepped forward who are like, "We will play this," and that's what I'm doing for June. I'm gonna let you announce July because you're excited about this, and I don't know why.
So for those of you who are fans of the Metal Gear series, Fee is about to play the very strange, like, third cousin of the Metal Gear series known as Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. This game, despite the fact that it's made by Kojima, it's actually not quite as, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not quite as dense as a normal Metal Gear game, but it has some of the silliest tonal whiplashes, especially the final boss, which anyone who has played the game knows that the final boss is probably clinically insane. And one of the funniest sequences is you having to fight them and just all the stuff that comes with it. Like everyone knows how crazy the final boss of Rising Revengeance gets, but it is like a lot of fun, and that's Caffey. Caffey is the one who recommended that.
Yeah, my wife recommended that, and all I know is the memes of you like punching him in the gut and getting nowhere, and also that he's apparently named Senator Armstrong
Yes,
and Nano Machine's son.
Nano Machine, son. I like.
So for
Oh,
August, we're
this game is so weird, and I'm looking forward to you playing it.
So for August, we're going to slow it down a bit because we got 5 weeks. And the reason we're slowing it down a bit is we're going to play a game that is slow, that I had never got to play because I didn't own the system for it when it came out. And I really wanted to. Okami. This was suggested by Foregone. And I have wanted to play this game so badly since I was small that and now it's, you know what, I can do it. So let's do it.
Yeah, Okami's great. Like, it's
And then we
basically
get into
it.
Ian's. Go ahead.
No, just like, okay, so Okami is a great game. It's basically Zelda, but not done by Nintendo, and you play a dog, which you also technically play a dog in Twilight Princess, but this is you're the sun goddess Amaterasu, and you're a little dog, and you run around and do and like cast spells by drawing stuff on the screen with a controller, because controllers are great at being able to draw things.
Wait, I'm gonna be expected to draw.
Yes. No, but Fee, this is the best part. You get to draw with a controller using control sticks.
I hate it already.
The game's actually really great. It's a lot of fun.
Go ahead, Ian. This was your request, and I said okay.
All right. So I am a big fan of Resident Evil. I love the series. There has been some weird entries, but I actually think this is a perfectly normal request. I asked her to play Resident Evil Remake, the GameCube version, but she's going to do the HD version just because it looks nicer and it's got a much easier control scheme. Fee, I don't think you've ever really played horror games, and so I wanted to sort of make you come out of your comfort zone. As a longtime Resident Evil fan, this game's not really that scary. Like, Resident Evil is horror, but it's also kind of comedy because it's just campy and silly. But Capcom is really trying to take it completely seriously. But it's like the Resident Evil remake is considered one of the best Resident Evil games. It's a lot of fun. The HD version improves the movement, so it's no longer tank controls. You can just, like, the controller works the way the normal controller works. You move the direction, you move your, curtain, you move the controller instead of having to do the weird tank controls that Resident Evil insisted on doing for years. But Resident Evil Remake, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll like it.
I've never played a Resident Evil game, and the only interaction I've ever had with Resident Evil as an entire franchise is the movies because I watch them to laugh at them.
The game is drastically different than the movies. But they're both, I guess, are pretty camp. The games are camp in, like, wow, they're really trying. Like, that's the thing about Resident Evil, is that you get lines where people would say, that was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich. And they say it with like complete sincerity. And you just go, Capcom, have you ever heard someone talk before?
Okay. The next one is a Call of Cthulhu-esque game that was suggested by Fopdoodle. Remnant from the Ashes.
Because, yeah, I thought Remnant from the Ashes was like a Souls like, but with guns.
With eldritch horrors and guns. Okay, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
But it was suggested by Fopdoodle, and Remnant 2 was actually suggested also by my assistant. So this my assistant is Cloud, or Razzle Dazzle. He is a wonderful human being. A little bit eccentric, but he suggested I play Remnant 2, and I'm like, okay, I've never played Remnant 1, and Pop was like, you should play Remnant from the Ashes. So apparently I'm going to play Remnant from the Ashes, and if I like it, I'll play Remnant 2. But that'll be an entirely separate thing. And a part of this is going to be fun for me because it's going to like really change how I look at games because I haven't played any of these. We are going to get to the second game I have played, but this is a special request from a person who has done a lot of help and work. Those of you who've been around for a while will remember the Men at Arms and Blitzkrieg and Aeronautica series that I did with Remlays from 40K Theories. He has requested that I play Dawn of War 2. He asked me to just quote, play your favorite Dawn of War game. And so I'm going to be playing Dawn of War 2 and both of his expansions, and it's basically going to be 4 videos in which I play the main game, the first expansion, and then the other 2 videos will be the second, the third, the other expansion because oh boy, the last expansion is it's a ride. Retribution is a ride. But I will be playing Dawn of War 2. I never actually finished Retribution as anyone but the Blood Ravens, so I might deviate and play someone besides the Blood Ravens for the last one. But the last game is something that Ian has been suggesting to me all year long, and I've been bracing myself for the inevitability of playing it. So what am I doing for Christmas next year, Ian?
She is playing Golden Sun. Uh, Genuinely, truly, I don't think like this isn't something that you should be like, oh god, I'm dreading this. Golden Sun's just a fun RPG. It came out originally for the Game Boy, was one of the highest selling games for that system, or the Game Boy Advance, sorry, one of the highest selling games for that system, and as an RPG, it's pretty straightforward. It's just like fight, defend, magic, items, and then you can summon little djinn that give you summons, and it's not complicated. The storyline, like the storyline does the normal JRPG kind of all over the place, but it basically boils down to there's a village with magic. A couple of people come in to try and like steal the magic. Oh no, the magic then spreads from the village out to the entire world, and you go about sort of being like, okay, magic is everywhere now. How can we help people deal with the fact that magic is everywhere? And you're trying to chase down the villains who stole the magic. I mean, it's a very straightforward RPG, and it's just really fun, and I think holds up really well.
Now, as far that now, this is in addition to you guys' normal stuff. So we're going to be doing, like I said, Final Fantasy 6 and 9. If that series continues to be popular, I will do another Final Fantasy game after 9. And then over on the other side, I'm going to finish the Mass Effect playthrough into Chrono Trigger. And then I'm going to pick up something that I think I'm the only person I know who ever played it. But it's a fantastic RPG from the PlayStation 1. And it's an original RPG, Legend of Lugaia. I think I'm the only person who ever played this. And the reason why is because, like, I want to play games I enjoy, and while I didn't realize I would be doing a lot of retro stuff, going to be doing a lot of retro stuff because let's be honest, there's not a lot of new stuff that's come out that anybody's terribly excited about. Over on the stream channel, we're going to be continuing to play over on Twitch streaming. We're going to be continuing to play Final Fantasy 14. I'm having way too much fun with the new Digimon Time Stranger game. I was not expecting there to be a good Digimon game. If you had gone back to 2015 me during my first year um, of doing content, almost getting ready to transition to do content full time, and told me you will be playing a good Digimon game in 2025 on your stream, I would have died laughing on the spot because I had never encountered a good Digimon game, and now I have. It's everything I want Pokemon to grow up and be, and Pokemon refuses to do so. So the challenge for these is to complete these games in a month, one episode a week, beginning to end, which means that this weekend, literally right after New Year's, I'm gonna be recording the first Kingdom Hearts episode and have it out the first full week of January. Oh boy! And then hopefully have Kingdom Hearts finished and be recording Project Wingman before the end of January so that we can be on track. This is my challenge and my promise to you guys. I am thrilled to have hit 10,000 subscribers. Ian wants me to go for 100K. So if you're watching this, like and subscribe, turn on the notifications. Do it. Drop a comment if there's a game you want me to play. Retro or not is fine. I will put it on the list of things to consider. And if it's something I can do, I'm gonna do it. And some of these are gonna be like, hey, we could do like an episode of this game because it's only 10 hours long, and you could condense the entire game into like a single 1 hour episode. Lastly, Patreon. This is how I pay Ian money. I want to pay Ian more money. I want to pay Ian so much money. I want to forfeit possessions to Ian. I'm kidding.
I mean, like,
But
honestly, just making this a full-time gig for me would be perfect. Like, there you go.
I want to have enough coming in that I can make that happen for Ian. Because if we make this a full-time gig for Ian, you guys get more content. I get to do more things, and who knows? We might get to the point where we're uploading something every single day. But to do that, I need your help because this is not a. I have spent 11 years doing this job. This is year 12. I've never once had a sponsor. I will not have sponsors unless it becomes absolutely, utterly untenable to keep telling them to fuck off. And I do. People have seen me on stream where I get like a email from someone like, "Hey, we would like to sponsor you to do da 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 da," and my response is, "Fuck off, lose my information, never talk to me ever again."
Oh, but I can
People have
tell
seen
you
me type
that.
those emails up.
Oh,
It's much more wordy and colorful.
I can tell you they will not stop. I remember doing a couple of sponsor streams on my old channel, or not sponsored videos on my old channel, and yeah, they pay, but sometimes you do stuff that you don't want to do.
And see, I don't want to end up in a situation where the people who were sponsored by places like Honey or that scam to buy land in Scotland and be a noble. Just I don't want to end up with those problems. I've never seen a YouTube sponsor turn out to be something good and decent. I mean, I might also Raid Shadow Legends pays a lot of money, just letting everyone. I don't know where they get their money. I am convinced there is something wrong with Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, like Markiplier was convinced there's something wrong with Honey, and the reason why I turned them down, like I turned down every sponsor. Raid Shadow Legends offered me $5,500 plus 10% if for every person who would buy a $20 starter package. And I went, where are you getting your fucking money? And see, I just feel like offering my channel $5,500 is excessive. On my end, I've never taken a paid sponsor. I will never take a paid sponsor so long as you guys make it possible that I don't have to. And I will do everything in my power to just not have to do that. But in the meantime, I think that's everything. Does Ian have anything he wants to add to this list of promises? So we have 12 games in 12 months, uh, RPGs I've played before, Final Fantasy stuff, Final Fantasy 14 recap, and I have to finish the Pokemon series that got put on hold. All the footage is there. I just have to script and record it. Man, that's gonna be Ian's gonna have a time with that.
Oh yeah, it'll take some time, but we can get through it. And especially with me, I'm actually going to be moving within the next couple of weeks and setting up a new studio office in my new apartment, which should make recording things for me personally a lot easier, because right now I'm about as cramped as a human being can be in my current office. So giving myself a little more space would be nice. But yeah, otherwise, I think this is going to be a great list of some fun RPGs, some action games that are a bit outside of your wheelhouse. I'm telling you, like, you play the first Resident Evil, I think you're going to want to play some of the others, because they are fun and campy and can be scary, but not in the like, oh my god, I cannot play this kind of way. It's just like there's a couple of creepy moments, but for the most part, they're just really fun, campy horror games.
I'm in. I'm gonna try all of these. I know three of them I've played before, but uh, two of them I haven't finished. And then the rest of them, the other nine, I've never touched. So this is gonna be a trip and a half, and it's gonna be a fun year. And what we're gonna do throughout the year is, as we finish the promises, we will check them off. So it'll appear like in a video, it'll be like, so these are the things we promised, and here's what we've checked off so far. And I'm hoping by the end of the year to actually check off all of my promises. I'm going to list those out for you, Ian, later, before. But this video comes out on January 1st, and I can't believe how excited I am to be doing this kind of thing again. Thank you. Thanking you, Ian.
Oh, gladly. I'm happy. Like, honestly, it's nice to be able to get back into doing like video editing once again. Because I had very much fallen out of it, and so this is gonna, like, I honestly want to thank you, because you're giving me the opportunity to sort of like get back into the groove of things, and this will also help me work on my own personal projects. As an aside, go over to Geeks Welcome Games to see me play the Zelda series, and the main channel Geeks Welcome is going to go back to doing the Honest series once again, and so people will be able to enjoy those in addition to what Fee's doing.
But we will see all of you throughout the year, and thank you all for being here and listening to a crazy lady ramble. I look forward to both Ian's shenanigans and the shenanigans we do together, and all of the insanity I have put on my plate and I am expecting to do. I have to do all of this and finish a novel. I'm not adding more projects right now.
So there's about 5 other games that I think you should be doing as well. The first one is